on Power 365 Radio, broadcasting from the city of Ibadan. Follow us for top-notch news and entertainment updates. Don't miss a thing. So, pick up your phone and follow us on Facebook at Power 365 FM, Instagram at Power 365 _FM. Power 365 Radio, your number one online Southwest radio. This is Power 365 Radio. Get ready to experience dynamic energy and professionalism. At Power 365 Radio, we pride ourselves on being your go-to source for authentic news and insight. Be it breaking news, thought-provoking discussions, we are your number one online radio station in Southwest Nigeria. We are dedicated to delivering top-notch content that keeps you informed, entertained, and engaged. Stay connected on Power 365 Radio by following us on all our social media platforms, on Facebook at Power 365 FM, Instagram at Power 365 _FM. Power 365 Radio, your source for news and insight.
Manuel Ugarte will be announced as a new Manchester United signing latest by 6 p.m. this evening. And should they do that, his name should be registered as early as 12 noon tomorrow to make the squad that will play against Liverpool as they match the free this weekend. Alright, Kepa, talking about Chelsea goalkeeper Kepa Arrizabalaga has signed a one-year contract extension and completed a season-long loan move to Premier League club Bournemouth. The Blues disclosed this in a statement on Thursday morning. But Spaniard international spent last season on loan at Real Madrid. Kepa joined Chelsea in the summer of 2018 from Athletic Club. The 29-year-old made 163 appearances for Chelsea so far. Well, according to Chelsea's statement, says we look forward to monitoring and supporting the Spanish international throughout his time on the circles. Good luck, Kepa. That was what Chelsea's statement read. And funny enough, Kepa Arrizabalaga is still the most expensive goalkeeper worldwide. He won La Liga and the UEFA Champions League last season with Real Madrid, the Whites being alone with them. Alright, talking about Gatti, Manchester United expect new signing Manuel Ugarte to be available for their Premier League clash against Liverpool Sunday. Like I said earlier, he will be confirmed as a Manchester United player this evening after doing his medicals yesterday. The early part of today, ahead of his move for Paris Saint-Germain. And as we speak, the Uruguay defender is currently signing off his personal terms of a long-term contract at the Old Trafford. The Red Devils remain confident it will be registered by midday on Friday to be available for the Red visit. Alright, Manchester United will pay PSG an initial €50 million, that's £42 million, plus €10 million, £8.4 million in performance-related add-ons. Everton asked men won their first game 1-0 against Fulham before losing 2-1 at Brighton last week. Alright, still talking about the transfer market. have on board is that Aaron Ramsdale is currently going. Okay, Aaron Ramsdale is currently undergoing medicals at Crystal Palace, at Southampton rather, at the St. Mary Stadium. Should the medical go successful, by this evening, Aaron Ramsdale will become a goalkeeper. I mean, a new addition to Southampton. And Arsenal are they are on the lookout for a new goalkeeper. I mean, a new backup goalkeeper for David Raya. And currently, Arsenal are speaking with Joan Garcia of Espanyol. Let's not forget that Joan Garcia was in between the middle of the sticks for Espanyol last night against Atletico Madrid, and he was the player of the match in that game. In fact, Espanyol had rejected the first offer from Arsenal, which happens to be 20 million euro. 20 million euro. As Espanyol requesting for the total amount in Joao Garcia's release clause, which amounts to 30 million euro. 30 million euro. Let's see if Arsenal will pay the complete release clause, because they are just 10 million short. I mean 10 million euro short. Although Arsenal is trying to negotiate for a cheaper fee, not up to 30 million euros. Okay. Before I leave Arsenal wants to enter the race for 7 Nipa, as they are currently working with Rosenborg to bring the Norwegian youngster. Although Arsenal are looking to sign this youngster in the winter January transfer window, that 2025, January 2025. So he's not expected to team up with Arsenal this season. Alright, Napoli expect Chelsea to make a permanent bid talking about loan plus obligation or a fixed fee if the price drops for Victor Osimhen, if they can agree terms with the Nigerian forward. So the A club Napoli informed a few days ago that Chelsea are willing to proceed using a non-temporary formula. But as we speak, the Victor Osimhen transfer saga seems to be leaning towards a move to Chelsea. But according to different sources, no Victor or anyone from his camp as of 11 p.m. last night. He agreed to a weekly wage of 350,000 euros with Chelsea, but initially he sought 500,000 euros per week, but Chelsea persuaded him to accept the lower figure. However, Chelsea fans couldn't celebrate just yet, as this drama is far from over. The Saudi clubs are still in the race and are offering even more money. I mean, more money. Money. If you don't get money out of your face. But Victor Osimhen saga opened with Al Ahly and Chelsea in talks with Napoli. Chelsea are still in talks with Osimhen about salary and are ready to offer loan with obligation to buy. Al Ahly offered 25 million, between 25 million to 30 million salary net per year until 2028, with management in Italy for negotiation. If you were Victor Osimhen's brother, where would you advise him to go? Join his dream club Chelsea, or probably go to the Middle East and make money. I mean money, cool money. Alright, Atletico Madrid keep looking for a new midfielder, and Sofiane Amrabat is one of the favorite options. Diego Simeone is currently pushing for the Moroccan international. It's not going to be an easy deal, as Fenerbahce are offering a loan with buy obligation, as Fiorentina wants it, but Atletico Madrid only wants to take him on a loan move. And like I said earlier, Espanyol insists on 30 million euro release clause for Joao Garcia after Arsenal bid or what around 20 million euro package with add-ons included. Alright, Sergio Ramos has still not made any decision on his future club. Ramos currently assessing several options as a free agent and he might be announcing his next destination soon. Well, it's not in news anymore that Neil Mopey, Everton player Neil Mopey, is close to joining Marcel's move. Well, let me give you the breakdown of the deal. It's going to be a loan with obligation higher than initial €4 million. Then the loan fee amounts to €500,000 plus €5.5 million fixed fee as obligation to buy. Extra add-ons worth around €3 million, and there's going to be a 20% sell-on clause for Everton. To the case, Olympique Marseille sell Neil Mopey in future. Well, Neil Mopey is on his way for medical test. Well, Andre to Wolverhampton Wanderers just announced the signing of Andre from Brazil. Well, it's a year ago. He just sealed and contract also ready for the Brazilian midfielder to join Wolverhampton Wanderers. Well, talks were advanced for €22 million fixed fee plus €3 million add-ons. Well, Andre will travel to England today from Fluminense because and it's a big sales for Fluminense because that's a record fee for them. Well, Scott McTominay has landed in Naples, the city of Naples, from Manchester. Somehow, so this time, Scott McTominay will be a Napoli player joining from Manchester United. Well, understand that Everton have big travel today, and medical test for Aurel Mangala is scheduled to travel to Merseyside this afternoon. Loan move from Olympique Marseille. No buy option included, but it's a straight loan to Everton if all goes to plan. All right, Chelsea goalkeeper Georgia Petrovic is said to join Strasbourg, and as we speak, new terms and loan to Strasbourg being signed today for Petrovic to join Strasbourg. Well, another Chelsea goalkeeper that will be leaving the team is Kepa Arrizabalaga. Bournemouth. Okay, we've talked about Kepa Arrizabalaga joining Bournemouth. Okay, let's talk about other news on the foreign scene. We'll come back to the transfer window later. Alright, talking about the UEFA Champions League. The new look Champions League draw will take place today at exactly 5 p.m. United Kingdom time on Thursday, which is today, and 5 p.m. Nigeria time. Yeah, we're sharing the same time zone as at the moment. Well, the competition has undergone a drastic revamp ahead of the 2024-2025 season. That's next season, with a total number of clubs increased from 32 to 36. The biggest change change from traditional group stage to a single league phase with all participating teams. Well, this will see the number of fixtures increase from 125 matches to 189. The league phase will also end at the end of January instead of the usual December that we all know. The winners will have to play 17 games across the competitions. Well, every club will now be guaranteed a minimum of 8 league stage games against 8 different opponents. I mean, 4 home games and 4 away games, but different teams. It's not like you're going to play the same team twice, like probably playing against Atalanta, then you play at the Jawi Stadium, then you are going to play at your own stadium. No. Anywhere you play Atalanta, you are facing the next team, either at your own home ground or away. So should the case Atalanta beat your favorite team, that's the end, except if they're going to face each other at the semi-finals or at the final. Okay, like I was saying, every club will now be guaranteed a minimum of 8 league stage games against 8 different opponents, 4 home games and 4 away games, rather than the previous 6 matches against 3 teams played on a home and away basis at the group stage. Alright, the top 8 side will then qualify automatically for the knockout stages, while the teams that finish in the 9th to 24th place will be drawn in a 2-legged playoff to secure a place in the last 16 of the competition. Teams ranked 25th to 36th are eliminated from all competitions. Automatically, they will be eliminated. Well, tomorrow, the draw for the UEFA Europa League and the UEFA Europa Conference League will hold. Don't worry, I'll be in the studio tomorrow to give you the latest. Okay, let's move ahead. Manchester United centre-back Johnny Evans has retired from international football. Johnny Evans, 36 years of age, returned to Manchester United from Leicester City 2 seasons ago. The Northern Irish star made his debut for Northern Ireland in 2006 and has been part of the senior national team for 18 years. Evans is retiring after making 107 appearances for his nation. Well, according to him, he says, after much thought and consideration, and after 18 years, I feel like now is the right time to retire from international football. From my debut in 2006, when we defeated Spain, to my last game in June 2024, it has been a privilege putting on the green shirt 107 times, and representing the peoples of Northern Ireland has been my biggest honor. You, the fans, are simply the greatest in the world. I've been so proud to represent each and every one of you on the pitch. Your unwavering support and love has never gone unnoticed, and I will miss those nights together. These were emotional words of Johnny Evans. Alright, still on the international scene, another player that is retiring is England defender Kieran Trippier. Kieran Trippier has announced his retirement from international football. The 30-year-old was capped 54 times, with his only goal coming against Croatia in the 2018 World Cup semi-final defeat in Moscow. The Newcastle right back, who made his debut in 2017 under former manager Gareth Southgate, captained England 3 times. According to him, he says, I've never thought as a young lad from Bury that I will play for my country, let alone achieve 54 caps. It's been one of the biggest honor of my life to represent my country at 4 major tournaments. I want to say a big thank you to Gareth Southgate and all the staff that have worked with the England squad for the trust they have placed in me throughout the years. I was Trippier posted on the social media. Trippier was a mainstay under Gareth Southgate and started England's first 6 matches at Euro 2024, but was dropped for the final in favour of Luke Shaw. He also started Euro 2020 final, which they lost to Italy, and featured as a regular starter at the 2018 World Cup in Russia. England interim coach Lee Castley named his first squad at exactly 2 p.m. for the Nations League matches against the Republic of Ireland and Finland that will be coming up in September. So in 20 minutes from now, the list will be out. Talking about Lee Castley list, Arsenal defender Ben White is not expected to be part of the first squad named by England interim coach Lee Castley. Castley, who was named interim boss in August following Gareth Southgate's resignation, will name his first England squad on Thursday for the Nations League matches against Republic of Ireland and Finland in September. Ben White, talking about Benjamin White, has not been selected for 3 Lions since leaving the camp at the 2022 World Cup in Qatar, following a disagreement with Gareth Southgate's former assistant Steve Holland. It had been thought that a change of manager could mean a return for Ben White to the England setup, but that's not likely to be the case. The defender made himself unavailable for selection for Euro 2024. It is understood that there has been no change in White's stance since Gareth Southgate's departure. The former Brighton defender has been capped 4 times for England and has started both of Arsenal fixtures in their winning start to the new Premier League campaign. Well, with Lee Castley, just 50 years of age, a step up from his role as England under-21 boss to replace Southgate, who resigned 2 days after England's defeat to Spain in Euro 2024 final in July. England travelled to Dublin to play the Republic of Ireland on the 7th of September before they host Finland 3 days later on the 10th of September. Away from the national team news. talk about our own national team news as well. Benin Republic head coach Yanara is confident his side will beat the Super Eagles again. The Cheetahs will be up against the Super Eagles in the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations qualifier at the Godswill Akpabio International Stadium, Uyo, on Saturday, the 7th of September. That side defeated the Super Eagles 2-1 in the 2026 World Cup qualifier in June. According to him, he says it's another rematch against Nigeria. It will be a 3-point. Okay, it will be of 3 more games with them, including the upcoming return match counting for the 2026 World Cup qualifiers. It's a rematch against a very good team, but we have gained confidence. We know we can beat them. General is expected to be his squad. General is expected to name his squad rather for the game on Thursday, which is today. And let's see how that goes. Although General has backed his compatriot Bruno Lambadia to make an instant impact with the Super Eagles. Lambadia was named Super Eagles head coach on Tuesday by the Nigeria Football Federation, NFF. According to him, he says he's a very good coach. I hope he's well treated by the NFF and Nigerian fans. He has experience in the Bundesliga. I hope he quickly finds his way in Nigeria, which is a different environment. General will welcome up against Lambadia when Benin Republic face the Super Eagles in the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations qualifying tie in Uyo on Saturday, the 7th of September. Okay. Quickly, let's talk about Nigerian players that are in the news. Let's start with Taiwo Awoniyi. Nottingham Forest manager Nuno Espirito Santo says it is important to rally around Taiwo Awoniyi despite his penalty miss against Newcastle United on Wednesday. The Reds fell 4-3 on penalties to Newcastle United in their Carabao Cup clash. The two teams were tied 1-1 after full time. Awoniyi was in action for the entire duration of the keenly contested encounter. The Nigerian international struggled with injuries last season and did not play much during pre-season due to fitness concerns. The clash with Newcastle United was his first start of the season. Santos said he was happy when he got more game time to raise his fitness, but the penalty miss will hurt his confidence. According to him, since it was good in the end, it was clear he was lacking some energy, but he worked very hard until the end. He had 2 or 3 good chances to finish. We want to give Taiwo Awoniyi this opportunity to raise his levels of fitness because the talent is there. We cannot ignore the penalty moment for all of us, especially for the player involved in that situation. But we are here to support him, and we don't have too much time for sorrow because we go again on Saturday. That was according to Nuno Espirito Santo. Alright, Kenechukwu Agu has extended his contract with Nigeria Premier Football League champions Rangers. Agu signed a 2-year contract extension with the Flying Antelopes. Rangers announced the midfielder contract extension on the social media as well. Kenechukwu Agu has committed on the future. He has free to announce the extension of his contract. That was according to Rangers statement on their ex-handle. Kenechukwu Agu connected once in his 2 CAF Champions League appearance for the Flying Antelopes this season. Rangers will face Angola side Sagrada Esperança. Okay, Sagrada Esperança in the next round of the Champions League. Talking about CAF Champions League. Oshuala was on target for BFC as the National Women's Soccer League lost 5-2 to Barcelona. in the highly anticipated international friendly at the Paper Park on Tuesday, facing the Catalans for the first time since parting ways with them in February. The 29-year-old Super Falcons striker opened a floodgate of goals by putting the home team ahead on 17 minutes in front of 40,187 fans. Bay Football Club celebrated a goal on their Instagram page shortly after stating it had to be Azizat Oshoala to score first goal against a former team. She intercepted a pass from the Barcelona goalkeeper near the edge of the box and fired a shot into the bottom left corner of the goal, while Barcelona leveled the match at 1-1 in the 21st minute after Ewa Pajo dribbled down the right side of the field and slotted a pass to Kika Nazareth, who delivered a strike from the edge of the box that snuck inside the left post. Quickly, let's talk about auto sport. Let's start with the D Tigress. Abi Olajuwon, daughter of Nigerian American NBA icon Hakeem Olajuwon, has publicly criticized the Nigerian Ministry of Sport for alleged non-payment after a significant contribution to the Nigeria women's basketball team, the Tigress, at the Paris 2024 Olympics as an assistant coach. As the guidance of FIBA Coach of the Year, Rena Wakama, the Tigress achieved a landmark success by defeating Australia 75-62 in their opening match, marking Nigeria's first Olympic basketball victory in 2 decades. Despite a subsequent loss to France, the team secured a place in the quarterfinals, becoming the first African team, be it male or female, to reach this stage in Olympic history. The team eventually fell to the USA in the quarterfinals. When is this going to stop? When? Alright, quickly, let's talk about the US Open. Alright, talking about the US Open, Britain Dan Evans is back in action on day 4 of the US Open following his epic 5-set victory in the first round. The 34-year-old came from 4-0 down in the final set to beat 23rd seed Karen Khachanov after 5 hours and 35 minutes, making it the longest match in the tournament history. 2 days on, and Evans will be take to the court again for a second round match against Argentina's Mariano Navon. Navon is through to the second round of the first time after a 4-set win over Germany's Daniel Hartmeier. Court 5 is dominated by Britons on Thursday, with Evans following Katie Butter and Jack Draper. British number 1 Katie Butter, the 31st seed, takes on Spain Jessica Bozas from around 6 p.m. Alright, so talking about the US Open, Arina Sabalenka underlined her US Open title credentials with a dominant second round win over Lucia Rossetti that she said was inspired by a mini me. That was according to Ofani the crowd. Well, second seed Sabalenka, a runner-up in New York last year, beat Italy's Brusetti 63-61 in just 61 minutes. Afterwards, she headed straight over to meet a young fan who had come dressed as Sabalenka, complete with a temporary tiger tattoo in her left arm. Britain's Aria Dart suffered a painful defeat as she lost to Ukrainian 19th seed Marta Kostyuk in the US Open second round at a sweltering Flushing Meadows. British number 3 aiming to reach the third round for the first time in her career, produced an error stream performance in a 7-6, 12-10, 6-1 loss. Dart hit 10 double faults as an afternoon where she made an encouraging start quickly turned so rather. In hot conditions, the 28-year-old led by a break 3 times in the first set. She could not convert any of the 5-set points equated in the tie break. All right, Djokovic. Let's talk about Novak Djokovic. Novak Djokovic is through to the third round of the US Open after a grueling match that came to a premature end when Laslo Djere was forced to retire with injury. Defending champion Djokovic was defending 6-4, 6-4, 2-0 when an abnormal issue meant fellow Serb Djere was unable to continue. Although the match went little more than 2 sets, the pair were on court for more than 2 hours in extreme heat and humidity in New York. The two strapped for an hour in a ferociously contested first set before Djokovic found an extra gear to take it with a break to love. Djokovic appeared to be struggling in the humid conditions early on and received treatment before the second set. Djere sensed his chance and an early break and looked set to level the match at the set piece, leading 4-2 with 2 break points. However, Djokovic held serve and with his compatriots suddenly showing signs of discomfort, looked back in the next game. Well, a medical timeout did little to help Djere as Djokovic broke again to snatch the second set. Alright, talking about Formula 1, Mercedes team principal Toto Wolff says he has an open communication channel with Max Verstappen regarding a potential future with the team. Wolff has abandoned hopes of signing the Red Bull driver for next season, and Mercedes are expected to confirm soon that Italian Andrea Kimi Antonelli will race next season alongside George Russell. But in an exclusive interview with the media, Wolff said he had talks this year with Verstappen and his management about a move for next season. Let's see what's going to happen over there at Formula 1. We are going to see Max Verstappen join Mercedes. Okay, let's get back to football. Just 1 or 2 football stories that we'll call it a day. Alright, Maguire's move to Newcastle is on the ropes following more talks. Crystal Palace defender Tadi Riyad's knee injury is emerging as a factor. Riyad was having a scan this morning and it's suspected to be MCL injury. So that means Maguire might not be allowed to leave. Well, according to reports, listen carefully. According to what report, Arsenal are planning a shockley move for Brentford striker Ivan Toney. According to the report, sources have told Football Insider that Arsenal are now readying a bid with the move facilitated by the sale of Eddie Nketiah to Crystal Palace. Okay, let's see how this goes. Alright, Jadon Sancho is currently in talks with Chelsea and Juventus over personal terms. There is a feeling that he prefers a move to Chelsea, and Chelsea might even prefer a permanent deal for Jadon Sancho. Everton and some other unnamed English Premier League clubs are approaching Arsenal regarding Reece Nelson. Okay, the list has been reviewed. Talking about Lee Casley's team. You know, I said by 2 p.m. the list will be out. And as I speak to you, as expected, Ben White is not there. And of course, no James Maddison in England squad, but Noni Madueke is expected to be included for the first time. Also, it is understood that Nino Livramento has his first England call-up. Okay, Kingsley Coman has been offered to Arsenal. Bayern Munich are keen to get the Frenchman off their wage bill, and Arsenal will consider bringing in another white player before the transfer deadline tomorrow. And let's see if Arsenal will be willing to bring in Kingsley Coman, as he earns around 17 to 19 million euro per year. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is why I have to call it a day. My name is James Oluwaduro. Join me tomorrow on Sport Hour. Do have a lovely evening.
Turn off your radio. You are listening to Power FM. This is 365 Power FM.
Tune in for the